Hey, Kirky! You're on your lunch break now, right? How are you doing today? You're not feeling under the weather or anything, are you?
Huh? How did you know that I'm not feeling so good? I got this excruciating pain in my stomach. Not only that, but banging headache too.
Ugh, I knew it. I thought your face looked a little off color when you left for work this morning. I've been really worried something might be wrong with you.
Did I really look that rough? You can be really perceptive sometimes, Phoebe. I'm especially surprised you noticed since I felt more or less normal when I left work.
Oh, it's nothing really. I don't even have to look at you to know when something's off. I come from a long line of pharmacists, you know. My family have been dealing with the sick and unwell for eons. I kind of have this instinct for when people aren't at their best.
Actually, I guess my stomach started feeling a little funny after breakfast while I was still at the house. I didn't feel bad per se. I would have never imagined I'd end up like this.
I see. Is it really that bad? How are you feeling now? You said your stomach's in excruciating pain. Are you okay, sweetie?
I'll be honest, I'm not doing great. This pain in my gut's been getting worse ever since I arrived at the office. I've had to run onto the toilet 5 times already. I'm like an active volcano. I'm not going to be able to get work done at this rate. I've got the most explosive diarrhea you could imagine.
Wow, that sounds awful. Are you sure you should be at work in this state?
I don't know if I'll even be physically able to continue if it carries on. I've been in a cold sweat since I got here. I wonder if I caught some kind of cold or stomach bug.
I heard from one of the girls that there's a stomach bug going around at the minute. Ah, I know! Maybe you caught it when we went to my folks' place the other day. My mom told me Dad fell ill not too long after we left.
Does he have a stomach bug too?
Yeah, he went to the doctor and they told him it was infectious gastroenteritis. Have you vomited at all?
As things stand, no. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel something coming on. Aw man, is this gonna get even worse?
If it's the same thing my dad has, probably. He had all the same symptoms as you, except he was throwing up too.
How's he doing now? Did he recover?
I haven't heard, but him and my mom are both pharmacists, so they should know a thing or two about how to deal with a bug like this. He's probably fine.
I guess they do know their stuff. I hope he's okay.
Anyway, forget my dad. You need to focus on looking after yourself right now. Mom said you have to drink extra fluids to replace the ones you lose with the constant trips to the toilet so you don't dehydrate. Plus, remember, it's infectious. You should wear a mask, especially while you're at work, and wash your hands regularly. It could spread to your coworkers if you stay there.
Damn it, you're right. And that's the last thing I want.
If it's really the same thing my dad had, it's definitely infectious. It wouldn't be that surprising if your coworkers started coming down with stuff. I think it's for the best that you tell the boss how you're feeling and come home ASAP. Can you do that?
Maybe I should come home. It's not like I have that much to do today anyway. It'd be a nightmare if it spread to everyone. Most of the folks in my department have families and kids. If I'm not careful, we could have a pandemic of loose bowels on our hands.
Hopefully you can get home soon. Drive safe, sweetie. If you need to stop off to use the toilet at a service station, don't hesitate. It'd be such a shame if our car seats got stained.
Okay, leave it with me. I'm gonna stop by at the docks first. Mine's still open.
Wait, what? You're going to the doctor's?
Yeah, of course. I want to get confirmation on what it is and take whatever drugs I need to get rid of it as soon as I can. I'll have peace of mind that way.
Okay, I see. Make sure you tell the doc that you were near someone with infectious gastroenteritis recently. They'll be able to see you faster that way.
Good idea. Thanks. You've been a big help, Phoebe.
Pleased to be of help, sweetie. I don't know anything about medical treatment myself.
But you said it yourself. Your family's been in medicine since the dinosaur times. I bet you know a damn sight more than I do.
I'm no expert. Sure, my family's been in medicine for a long time, but they were mostly just pharmacists. The only doctor was my grandpa.
Oh yeah? That reminds me, how are you doing? You could come down with something too. Any symptoms?
I'm fine, sweetie.
What about Trent? Anything out of the ordinary with him? He has his high school finals coming up soon. Chronic diarrhea is the last thing he needs on his plate.
Apparently my dad was the only one at my folks' place who came down with anything. My mom and little brother were fine. Seems like just because you're in close contact with one of the infected doesn't necessarily mean you'll come down with it.
The infected? Cut it out, I'm not a zombie. Anyway, I'm pleased to hear it. I feel awful for Trent if he came down with it and had to postpone his exams.
Yeah, it would be a shame. He'd be super disappointed. He's been studying so hard to fulfill his dream of becoming a doctor. Mom said he went into panic mode and holed himself up in his bedroom with a week's supply of food like some doomsday prepper when he found out my dad got ill.
Wow, he's really taking his exams seriously. I respect that. Still, let your mom and bro know that they need to be extra careful now. It seems like I have it too. Pass my best wishes on to your dad as well.
Thanks, Kirk. But really, you don't have to worry about my family. They'll be fine. You should be focusing on yourself. You might not think stomach bugs are that dangerous since most people recover on their own in a few days, but there are cases when people get hospitalized. Good morning, Kirky. Did you have breakfast yet?
No food till noon. Doctor's orders.
Oh, are you still fasting?
Yeah. You would not believe how hungry I am right now.
At least you have your appetite. That can only be a good thing. I bet you can't wait for lunchtime.
I would be, but he said I'm only allowed to eat plain oatmeal, but I doubt I'll enjoy it that much.
You should just be grateful you still have your appetite, sweetie. How are you feeling today?
A little better, actually, but the diarrhea and vomiting still haven't stopped.
Oh, still not great then. I guess if it was bad enough that you had to be admitted to the hospital, it's not the kind of thing that would get better overnight.
No kidding. I really underestimated this thing. I never expected it to feel so bad all of a sudden when I got to the doctor's. I can only thank my lucky stars I made it there in time for them to help me. I shudder to think what might have happened if I'd been driving. I couldn't believe it when they said I needed to be admitted to the hospital.
They said you were severely dehydrated, right?
Yeah, that's right. They said they'll be able to discharge me the day after tomorrow at the earliest.
What? The day after tomorrow? Isn't that too early? Is that really enough time for you to get better?
Yeah, at least that's what the doctor said.
Really? That just seems lazy. I can't help but feeling he's not treating this with the gravity it deserves. Are you really going to be better by then?
I'm sure it's still not much of a big deal, don't worry. I might still be visiting the crapper at regular 30-minute intervals, but I feel a heck of a lot better in myself compared to yesterday. I've got a feeling the doctor's right, and I'll be better in a couple of days if I just keep resting up and taking it easy.
Really? Your symptoms must be a lot milder than I expected.
This mild? You kidding? It feels pretty heavy from where I'm laying. Gastroenteritis is not to be messed with.
But I guess it can't be anything too serious if they think you'll be ready for discharge in a couple of days. I was terrified when I heard you'd collapsed at the doctor's surgery. I thought it must be as bad as it gets.
You almost sound disappointed. Even if my symptoms are on the mild end, I'm still not having a great time here, you know.
Oh, don't be silly. Of course I'm relieved you're getting better, sweetie.
Hey, morning, Kurt. Sup, Trent? It's great to hear from you. A long time no see. How long has it been now? It's too long. Sorry about that. I've been crazy busy with my exam prep lately. Oh, and sorry to bug you at this hour. Were you asleep? Nope, I'm very much awake. I'm finding it hard to get a good night's sleep in the hospital bed. All this exam business has got you up real early, huh? What's up? You're getting discharged from the hospital soon, right? Yeah, they said tomorrow at the earliest. I'm about to have some bloods done. If everything comes back alright, I should get the all clear to go home. I see. Why do you want to know what day I get out of the hospital? Oh, I know. You're planning on throwing me a celebration party, right? You shouldn't have, Trent. You're the best. No, Kirk, it's not that. This is serious. It's after you get out of the hospital. Do not come back home. You won't get off with just a few days in hospital next time. What did you just say? What does that even mean? Are you gonna elaborate? Kirk, I think they're trying to kill you. You need to escape somewhere, anywhere. Just get away. What the hell? Who might be trying to kill me? Escape? What are you saying? Your stomach bug? I don't think you caught it off my dad. I think they just made it look that way. Who the heck would want to kill me? What is this, some kind of mafia movie? I'm just a freaking office worker. I sit in a cubicle by day and watch TV with my wife by night. Who am I, Tony Montana? There's someone who would have a lot to gain if you died. A lot to gain? Who? How? You're not making any sense. Trent, are you taking drugs? Look, I know it's common for students to take things to help them study these days, but it can be very dangerous. They can make you hallucinate. Trent, are you taking something? No, Kirk. I don't even drink coffee, you're crying out loud. This is serious. Just answer me this. Who would get the insurance payout if you died? Who's the only person who has access to your food and drink? Who's the only person who will be willing to slipping you something and making you ill if they so desired? Whoa, you stop right there. You are not seriously accusing Phoebe of putting me in the hospital by poisoning my Rice Krispies, are you? No way, she'd never do that. Never ever. You should talk about your big sister with more respect, Trent. I didn't think you were like this. The only reason you're saying that is because you don't know what my sister's actually like. Now I'm telling you, my sister and parents are conspiring to hurt you and take your money. I think they're trying to kill you. This isn't a joke and it isn't a prank. Why would I be telling you this, Kirk? Think about it. I've never been more serious about anything in my life. It's not that I don't trust you, but this is just too nuts, dude. I'm finding it a little difficult to take in. Me and Phoebe have been getting along great lately. Besides, even if we weren't, I doubt she'd have it in her to do anything like that. But I overheard them. With Phoebe and my parents. I overheard them discussing their plan. Their plan? To slip something into your food. My mom and dad run a pharmacy, so they have access to all kinds of drugs. I overheard them talking about it. I heard everything they were discussing, I heard everything. They were discussing which drug to use so you wouldn't taste anything, to inflict enough damage to do the job. Wait, seriously? Yes, seriously. That's why I think you should disappear somewhere far away as quickly as you possibly can. I totally get that you find it difficult to take in, believe me. I thought I was hearing things when I overheard them. I know it sounds nuts, but I swear, it's God's honest truth. You really think I joke about something like this? No, I don't. Oh my God. I can't believe Phoebe and your parents would do something like that. It seemed like it was my parents' idea. They were giving my sister instructions and advice on what to do and how to get away with it without being found out. She's their pawn. They plan on splitting the insurance payout when you're gone. Are they really that desperate for money? I seriously can't believe this. You might not know this, but my mom and dad are in a lot of debt. The family pharmacy hasn't been doing so well over recent years. I think that's the motive. Huh? It hasn't, but last I heard, it was thriving. Sure, 5 years back maybe? Things were doing great until the big general hospital nearby relocated as part of an expansion project. The pharmacy was in the red within the same month, and things haven't been the same ever since. To add insult to injury, the new drugstore got built near the station not long after. There was no coming back after that, but they were too proud to accept that it was over. Instead of doing the sensible thing and shutting up shop for good, they went into debt to prop it up artificially. The only customers they get these days are a couple of old regulars who live in the neighborhood. Whoa, I had no idea. You know how they say money changes people, right? Well, it's true, Kirk. I found it hard to believe my family could be involved in something this horrific. I still don't want to accept it, but God, I heard it with my own ears. Trent, I knew it was real the moment I heard you'd been taken to the hospital. There's no telling what they might do next. You have to get away. I doubt you'll get off this lightly a second time. It's now or never. You're right. But even if I do disappear somewhere, what about you? Surely they'll figure out you told me. It could be your life in danger next. They can all go to prison for all I care. No, let me rephrase that. They should go to prison. You can't just try to kill someone and get away with it. I told you this being fully aware of the implications. You're right. If what you're saying is true, we have to tell the police. But Trent, what would become of your future if your whole family got arrested? You'll be taking your final before long. What about your dream of becoming a doctor? I always knew how kind you were, Kirk. To think that even with my family conspiring to kill you, your priority is not ruining my future. I can't believe they try to hurt you. I'll never forgive them for this. Please don't hold back on my account. Even still, the thought of you ruining your future over this, I can't, Trent. I just can't. You're still so young. You have so many hopes, so many dreams, so many ambitions. It's fine, really. You wouldn't be destroying my future at all. I'll still be able to fulfill my dreams, so don't worry about me, okay? I'll go stay with my grandparents when my family get arrested. My grandpa and grandma are good people. They'd never condone what's going on. They'll let me live with them, I'm sure of it. Besides, when I heard Mom and Dad were up to their ears in debt, I decided to go to college on a scholarship instead of letting them pay for it. So I'm not as dependent on them as you might think. I see you thought this through. I guess in that case, there's nothing stopping me from doing what needs to be done. Exactly. So don't worry about me. Focus on making your escape. My deranged parents and sister are probably already plotting their next move as we speak. They won't let you get off so lightly again. Got it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my discharge a secret from Phoebe. Then I'm going to leave the hospital without her knowing and, I wonder if I should go lay low at my parents' place. You'll have to go back home to get your things first, right? You let me know when you're getting discharged as soon as you find out. I'll create a distraction by inviting our sister over to our place. That way, there'll be no chance of you running into her while you go home. Got it. Thank you, Trent. I'm so sorry to burden you with all this. My sister came over to our place as soon as you got admitted to the hospital. I'm guessing my mom and dad gave her some stronger drugs to finish the job with. You should have a look around your house while she's there. Maybe you can find something incriminating. You know, like the drugs themselves or something, or some things you might be able to use against them in court. Good idea. All right, I will. Are you really sure you're safe, Trent? If we go ahead with this, there's no going back. They'll probably figure out it was me who ratted them out as soon as they realize you're gone. But I'm safe for now, at least. Can we meet up once I get out of the hospital? The cops need to know what's going on. I'd feel a lot better if we went and told them together. Plus, it'd make our crazy-sounding story more convincing. You're right. Okay, let's report them together. Alright, well, I think that just about covers everything. Let me know as soon as you find out when you're getting discharged.
Hey, Kirk, sweetie. How are you feeling? I've been so worried about you since I heard the doctors extended your stay. I went to see my parents today, so I'm gonna stop by at the hospital to see how you're doing and drop off a few things. Let me know if there's anything you want.
It's fine. I'm already out.
Huh? You're already out? What does that mean?
I got discharged yesterday afternoon.
What? But you told me they extended your stay yesterday. What are you talking about?
I lied. The truth is, I got discharged yesterday. I'm not at the hospital anymore.
Why would you lie? And why haven't you been home? What are you doing? And where?
I won't be revealing that. I lied about them delaying my discharge to give me time to escape from you.
What? Why would you need to escape from me?
Why wouldn't I need to escape from you? You're trying to kill me.
Wait, what? What the hell are you talking about? Did you hit your head? Did they mess up your medication at the hospital or something? Huh, seems like your guts aren't the only things malfunctioning, because this is just plain crazy talk.
This hospital stay of mine was all the result of your botched plan to get rid of me, wasn't it? You wanted the money from the life insurance payout. You plotted it all with your parents, didn't you?
I've never heard of such a load of nonsense in my life. Have you even heard yourself? We'd never do that. How could you even accuse us of this? There are some things you just don't say to people. I'm disgusted with you.
You can cut the phony indignation. Trent told me everything. He knew all about your plan. He warned me and told me I should escape as soon as I got discharged.
Are you kidding? Trent?
Yep. You've been at your parents' place since this morning, right? I used the opportunity to sneak back home while you were away and did some investigating. When I did, I found a strange bottle of medicine I have absolutely no recollection of seeing before.
Uh-huh. That's weird. I wonder what it is. I don't know anything about that.
We'll find out soon enough. I filed a police report, and whatever it is, it's away at the lab for testing. They were filing for the search warrant on the house as I left. They'll probably be turning the place upside down before long.
The police are going to search the house?
They probably sent some officers over to your mom and dad's place, too.
Why would they do that? You mean you sent the police to interrogate my parents? That's horrible.
Me? Horrible? You've got some nerve. You tried to kill me, you psycho bitch. You guys are my family. I was ready to spend my life with you. And this is how you repay me? By trying to murder me for an insurance payout? You're sick.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't. You're making some kind of mistake. I don't know anything about that bottle.
Please, will you just tell me the truth? I'll know before long anyway. So why not just tell me?
I swear, I don't know anything. I'm your wife, Kirk. Won't you believe me? You still love me, don't you? If you do, believe me, please.
Hey, sis, it's me, Trent. I think it's time to give the pathetic excuse a rest. I'm embarrassed just reading your messages.
Trent?
Me and Kirk met up after you left the house. We're together now.
What the hell do you think you're playing at, boy? I'll have your head for this. Are you trying to turn me and your parents into criminals?
I don't need you to turn into criminals. That's what you already are. You're not worming your way out of this one, no matter how much you lie. Kirk found the drug you used.
What drug? I don't know anything about a damn drug.
I overheard you talking to Mom and Dad, Phoebe. About your plan to kill your husband for a life insurance payout? Obviously, we told the police. If they ask me to testify against you in court, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
You'd betray your family like this?
The only traitor here is you. Refusing to stay quiet while you murder your husband does not make me a traitor.
You knew how much Mom and Dad were struggling financially, didn't you? What do you think's going to happen to the pharmacy if they get wrapped up in a police scandal like this? Did you even think before you acted, you mindless idiot? No one will trust them anymore. No one will ever set foot in that pharmacy for as long as they live.
It's hardly surprising that people wouldn't trust a pharmacy with a track record of intentionally poisoning people, is it? You only have yourselves to blame. They deserve more than bankruptcy. Keeping silent will make me complicit, and I refuse to have any part in your twisted scheme.
You're still part of this family. You seriously think it's acceptable to try and send me and your parents to prison? Is that how you repay Mom and Dad for raising you?
Gratitude has nothing to do with it. But now that you mention it, you should know I feel none whatsoever. I know how badly I want to... You know how badly I want to be a doctor, right? Any gratitude I felt towards them for raising me got canceled out the moment they tried to commit such a horrific crime. Don't get me wrong. I can't condone what you guys did on a basic human level. But as someone aspiring to be a doctor, this goes doubly so. I want to protect people's health, not destroy it. I'm done with you all. I'm cutting you out of my life like the tomb as you are. I'll be going it alone from here on out.
You heartless prick.
Heartless? That's reach coming from someone who tried to murder your own husband. I won't be coming home. In fact, you'll never see me again. Goodbye.
Trent, wait.
Trent doesn't want anything more to do with you or his parents. I suggest you prepare to pay the consequences for your actions.
Kurt, you can't do this to me. I told you I didn't do it. I didn't do what you're accusing me of. Why won't you believe me? I'm your wife. You believe my little brother over me? Your own wife?
Trent's a good kid. He isn't the type to tell lies, especially about something this serious.
You don't know what he's really like. He's always pulling pranks. This is probably just one of them. Don't fall for it.
Trying to murder your husband would be bad enough on its own. But to try and murder your husband when your little bro has his high school finals coming up, you're not just the worst wife ever, you're the worst sister too. Do you seriously think Trent will risk throwing away his whole future by doing something like this as a prank?
I love you.
Oh, Dick, how do you explain the fact that you quadrupled my life insurance policy behind my back then? Yep, that's right. I know. I saw the emails, found the receipts, and when I called up the insurance company, they said everything had been verified with my documents. Don't you think the timing's all just a little too inconvenient? You tried to kill me, I'm sure of it.
What if you're wrong?
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize, beg for forgiveness, and try to make up for the pain I put you through with every fiber of my being. I promise you that. If you genuinely didn't know anything about any of this, you'd happily cooperate with the police as they do their investigation so they can clear your names as soon as possible.
Can't believe you reported me to the damn cops. You have no idea how lucky you are. I wish you died that day.
And there it is. I knew it. You did your best to convince me it was just a stomach bug. You really had me fooled. I thought you were just asking all those questions out of kindness because you were worried about me, but it turns out you just wanted progress updates on your murder plot.
What use are you to me alive? I only ever married you for your money in the first place. Who the hell would marry a dweeb like you for anything other than money?
I really know how you feel about me now. We're getting a divorce. No doubt the cops will be filing criminal charges against you for trying to kill me, but I'm filing civil charges on top of it. I want compensation for what you put me through.
I would have used the whole damn bottle if I knew it'd come back to this. I had no idea my brother would stab me in the back.
I owe Trent my life. He's an amazing person with a firm sense of right and wrong who doesn't get swayed by the wills and opinions of those around him, family or otherwise. I don't want to see the future he worked so hard for coming to ruin. That's why the sooner the low-life criminals who call themselves his family are behind bars where they belong, the better. I think we all knew, but it was later confirmed in the police investigation that the drug Phoebe used to try and kill me came from her parents' pharmacy. It was a 100% match with the strange substance I found stashed away at our house. It also just so happens that the side effects of overdosing on that drug are the exact same as the symptoms I was hospitalized with. Between the fact that the premium on my life insurance policy was suddenly quadrupled directly before the incident, Trent's testimony in court, and some other evidence that surfaced during the investigation, Phoebe and her parents didn't have a hope in hell's chance of getting away with it. She was charged with attempted murder, and my in-laws were charged with aiding and abetting. I immediately divorced her and won a huge sum in compensation in civil court. Needless to say, her parents' pharmacy finally went bust. Trent went to live with his grandparents after his disgraced sister and parents got thrown in jail, just like he said he would. He aced his exams. He's set to start college this fall. If anyone's got what it takes to become a doctor, it's him. And I just know he'll make a great one. I'm incredibly grateful to Trent, and I feel lucky to be here, happily enjoying newly single life. If not for his courage, I'd be 6 feet under.